Very good afternoon to everyone. In a continuous of the previous session, now we will derive the relations for mass, power developed, work done, blade efficiency, stage efficiency, nozzle efficiency and all one after the other. Just to have a few recap, like a few points that we can recap from the previous video. We have derived the relation for the force, right? Why we are deriving the relation for the force? Like work done means it is nothing but the force in terms of the distance travelled or the work done, right. With that means we are with the amount of the force that you are trying to apply, you are trying to do some work, that means you are trying to move some to a certain distance, then you can call it as the force and the distance you have moved. And general expression from where you get the relation for this force. This force relation we get it from the Newton's second law of motion, that is F equals to mass into acceleration, right. And what is the mass here? This is the amount or the mass flow rate of a steam that is being taken place where it overflows the blades, right. And what is the acceleration? It is a change of velocity with respect to time. That means there is some change of velocity within a certain duration of time, right. And now how we are going to represent it? Now, when compared to our coming to our impulse turbine, what we do is like we are trying to inject a jet of steam onto the blades and we are trying to move the position of a blade, so that ultimately we are trying to rotate the rotor of a turbine, right. In that such situation, that what we are trying to do is we are trying to have force onto the blade, we are trying to execute a force onto the blade. Okay. How to execute it? Like with a force, or having some force or energy to the jet of steam, we call it as a velocity of the steam, right. For that we have we had a relation from Newton's second law, F equals to mass into acceleration. This is the thing what we have done in the previous class. Okay. Mass means it is represented with alphabet M, and coming to the acceleration, it is a change of velocity with respect to time, right. And what is the velocity you have here? It is the tangential velocity which makes the blade to move or change its position. Then how we are going to represent it? It is represented as VW. It is represented as VW1 at inlet of a blade, and we call it as VW2 at the exit of a blade. And now we represent it and we call it as the well velocity at the inlet and the exit, or you can call it as the outlet, right. And if I correlate and write the relation for the force, I can write in a simple terms as F equals to M multiplied by VW1 plus or minus VW2. Even we have discussed this relation in the previous class. What is this VW1 plus or minus? Either it should be plus or minus. If V1 and VW2 are in opposite directions to each other, then we say that VW1 plus VW2, and if they are on the same direction, then we go for VW1 minus VW2. Is this clear? When to take plus and when to take minus, right. And from this we can derive the relation for the work done. Now tell me, what would be the relation for work done? Work done is nothing but force multiplied by the distance, right. And what is the relation I have here? M multiplied by VW1 plus or minus VW2 into distance is represented with alphabet U, right. And here the units are, force is represented in terms of newtons and distance is in terms of velocity. It is nothing but meter per distance travelled per unit time, and we call it as Newton meter per second, or we can represent it as joule. And now from this, if I want to derive the relation for power developed, it is nothing but force multiplied by the same distance, and now the units are in terms of watts. These are the basic relations that we have. Now, we will look at the new relations that we have in continuity of the basic relation. The first relation what we are trying to prove is the blade efficiency. What is the blade efficiency? How to calculate it? Everyone are aware of the term efficiency. What we in generic term, what we call the efficiency, what we supply and what we get, right? What we gain if not. Then you can say that the blade efficiency is nothing but work done on the blade to the energy supplied. What is the relation that we have just derived for the work done? Blade efficiency, nu suffix b equals to work done on the blade. Just now we have derived the relation in terms of m multiplied by Vw1 plus or minus Vw2 multiplied by u. This is the work done on the blade, right? And now what is the energy supplied? Energy supplied means where you are going to find the energy? Energy is within the steam jet, right? And what is the amount of energy it has? What type of energy it has? Half mv square. Have you come across this relation half mv square? Yes. Now the jet is in moving condition. It has a speed, some movement, right? So it has a kinetic energy. Now if I try to simplify this relation, can I simplify any of the terms here? Yes, I can cancel m and finally the expression would be efficiency of a blade equals to 2 times of V1 square multiplied by Vw1 plus or minus Vw2 into u. This is the efficiency of a blade. Or still you can simplify it and without any confusion you can write down here like this. 2 multiplied by Vw1 whirl velocity at the inlet and the whirl velocity at the outlet multiplied by u and whole divided by V1 square, right. Now, after blade efficiency, we will go for the nozzle efficiency. Efficiency means always it is a ratio, right. And what we are trying to say here for the nozzle efficiency, why to consider nozzle efficiency? Is that much important to consider the nozzle efficiency? Yes. Why? Because it is the phase where you try to have the velocity variations or the enthalpy drops within the nozzle. In that you can raise the speed of the jet, right. Now, here the nozzle efficiency is given as a ratio of kinetic energy that you have in the stream at the exit of a nozzle. That means, everyone are clear with the shape of the nozzle, right. Now, here when the jet starts coming out from the inlet to the outlet, this is the outlet, right, and here it is the inlet. What is happening to the jet of the steam when it is travelling from inlet to the outlet? There is an enthalpy drop. If the enthalpy drop is there, then automatically the velocity kinetic energy will be increased. With this relation, the nozzle efficiency is like the kinetic energy, that means we are going to have the maximum kinetic energy at the outlet of a nozzle. That is the reason why we have chosen the kinetic energy at the exit of a nozzle, right, in ratio of change of enthalpy. Change of enthalpy is like the change of pressure drop per the mass flow rate that is flowing through the nozzle. Now, is this clear now to everyone? The second efficiency, nozzle efficiency, and third comes the stage efficiency. Third efficiency is the stage efficiency, and here what is the relation that you have for a stage efficiency? We have multiple stages, right. We have multiple stages in the turbine. So, what to do what to know what is happening between the each and every stage and what is the efficiency of each and every stage can be calculated until if we know the relation for the stage efficiency, right. Now, what is the stage efficiency? It is given in terms of like stage stage efficiency equals to work done on the blade to that of change in enthalpy drop. What is the relation or the expression I have here for the work done? Mass multiplied by VW1 plus R minus VW2 multiplied by U whole divided by m into delta H. This is the relation that you have for the stage efficiency. Now, can I ask you a question? Is there any relation between, now I will give a fraction of a second to tell me that is there any relation between blade efficiency, nozzle efficiency and stage efficiency? Think for a while and let me know. Shall we start now? Did you find any relation between all these three? Stage efficiency equals to blade efficiency multiplied by nozzle efficiency. Just please justify this statement. I said that stage efficiency equals to blade efficiency multiplied by nozzle efficiency. What is the stage efficiency I have here? M multiplied by VW1 plus or minus VW2 U divided by M multiplied by delta H. Can I cancel M and M? Yes, no worries. What is the blade efficiency I have here? What is the relation I have? If you look at the blade efficiency, 2 times of VW1 plus or minus VW2 multiplied by U divided by V1 square. Yes. What is the nozzle efficiency you have here? Kinetic energy divided by M into delta H. It is nothing but half m V1 square divided by m into delta H. Can I cancel m and m? Yes. Still 2 times of VW1 plus or minus VW2 into U divided by V1 square multiplied by V1 square divided by 2 into delta H. Can I cancel V1 square and V1 square? 2 and 2. So, what I am left out with? Left out with VW1 plus or minus VW2 into U divided by delta H. Is that the same thing I have on to the right side? VW1 plus or minus VW2 into U divided by delta H. Are these two same? Yes. Now, I can justify the statement stage efficiency is equal to that of blade efficiency multiplied by nozzle efficiency. Yes, is this clear to everyone?